Hey YouTube, welcome back once again. Another sweltering day here in Michigan. JTD Bladesmithing out in the workshop working on Paul's big boning knife. Handle scales, that's where we left off. That's what I'm going to show you what I'm doing next. So what I figured is what type of radius I wanted versus where it's at on the knife. So I've got the one done. And in order to line it up and make the other one the same, I put my drill bits in, 1/4 inch, to hold it together so it's just one stable piece. I'm going to make a few passes here, and that's probably going to take about 10 or 15 seconds. What I need to figure out is what type of an angle I want so that it slopes towards the blade. I usually go with a 45, but I think a 45 is too harsh. So I'm going to play with my angle finder, this thing, and I'm going to adjust it and figure out what angle I should use, something nice and soft and gentle. But that's my next step, is round this off to match, and then figure out what angle I want to curve towards the blade. We'll see what we come up with. Thank you guys once again for watching. I'm going to ask you all to bear with the noise. I'm just going to show you how I round that out real quick. And that's it. I did not count how many seconds it took, but they are now both symmetric. That's the way you want them. Now to find out what angle to put this on towards the blade is they're going to be pinching the blade. Figure it out. That's what we do. So here's what I did. I went with a 60 degree to give it that nice rounded tape. It's even all the way around. The blade sits right in between and that pinches on. Glue it together, put the pins and everything. Never I'm going to polish this up, before I put it on, but look at that color. I think that's going to go really nice on that blade. There you go. There's shaping the scales before I glue them on, unlike the one that I messed up. So, taking this step by step and making sure it is going to be proper. Okay, quench time. You guys have seen it a few times. I'm going to show you once more. I did not quench yesterday because I had a rack of ribs to eat and it was getting later in the afternoon. So, I'm going to quench this thing. If it picks up a warp, I'm going to run it over to my bench vise and clamp it and let it cool. Does that look straight? Yeah. I thought I might have ground that too thin and that it might have picked up a warp, but that looks pretty good. So, the blade itself has been hardened. The handle, not worried about. You're not cutting with that, you're not sharpening that. So, I'm going to let this cool down and then time to bake it in the oven to temper it. So the blade has been quenched, heat treated, and here's what we have. So, got the steel. Yep, that's vegetable oil and fire. But it is hardened and it is flipping great. The handle scales, so beautiful. These things are really nice. One on each side. So, next step, clean up the blade with the belt grinder. Get all, everything that's hidden below the handle scales, yeah, I gotta clean that off anyway, but it doesn't have to be strictly like, I guess, clean. This is what needs to be cleaned up. Get that nice and clean, sanded proper, get it looking primo, pristine, and then glue everything together. But what I gotta do is put the handle scales on the blade, measure the overall thickness, cut my pin material to put the pins in, glue it all up. So that's my next step. And on the next episode of Why the Hell Do I Still Watch This, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this up. I'm going to show you this all cleaned up and everything else. Go from there. I don't see a reason that I can't get this blade finished over the course of the next 2 days, to include the sheath and everything else. But nobody really responded to the recipe with the air fryer pork chops. Kind of disappointed. I thought I'd get a little more reaction out of that. But tonight's recipe is going to be air fryer boneless, skinless chicken breasts with steamed cauliflower, shredded cheese on top, covered in everything bagel seasoning. That's going to be the last shot you guys get on this film series, because it's been a long day and I still gotta cook.